I actually had no idea what I wanted to do fresh out of uni. In the interview process at OC&C, it became really clear that this was where I wanted to work. My name is Katie Brown. I'm an associate partner at OC&C Strategy Consultants. Outside of that, I also head up our social diversity network as well. OC&C is an international strategy consultancy. We work with clients in retail and leisure, tech, media, digital, consumer goods and B2B services. We work with them to tackle their most complex problems and create high-impact, actionable strategies. I kind of see us as a little bit of a doctor for businesses. We help hear the kind of issues or the symptoms that they have and help them diagnose what the actual problem is at hand. From there, we can prescribe an approach, treatment, to actually figure out how to rectify that problem. Nothing is the same each day. You become kind of an expert in something quite specific really quickly. OC&C is genuinely a great place to be. In addition to working with our commercial clients, we also do a range of pro bono projects. It's a deep-rooted part of our culture. Businesses are in a very privileged position. It's really important that they actually think about how they can support the wider community. And we have a really unique set of skills within Strategy Consulting that we can use to actually help. And it's something that all OC&Cers are really proud of and really want to be a part of, including pro bono work with the NSPCC.
The NSPCC is the UK's leading children's charity, working to prevent child abuse in all its forms. The NSPCC has some really brilliant programmes that help primary school-aged children and young people learn about the signs of sexual abuse and how to speak up and get help from safe adults. We wanted to expand from primary school to looking into how we can support secondary school-aged young people as well. We had a really bold vision on where we wanted to be, but we didn't necessarily know how to get there. And so OC&C's ability to unpick complex problems and analytical rigour helped us come up with that strategy that we've been able to take forward into Talk Relationships.
We support the NSPCC in 4 key elements. The first being the issues tackled. So we did a lot of internal stakeholder interviews and a ton of analysis of public data sets. And based on prevalence of certain issues, that became clear it should be harmful versus healthy behaviour and relationships. The second element was around which stakeholders to address. Do you directly work with the children and the young people, or do you support the teachers, or do you support the families and the wider communities? Our recommendation was to take a whole school approach. We realised really early on that if you want to change and influence relationship culture within education, you can't just work in the classroom. The third element of choice was really around delivery. What format, frequency, approach do you want to take to put that into action? That's where we came up with the multi-tiered approach of a universal offer that was available to everyone, and then a more targeted, higher touch engagement model for schools that needed it the most. And the final choice was really around, well, how do you fund the cost of that programme? We did a quite in-depth cost modelling exercise where we considered in quite a lot of detail how this was actually going to be delivered.
Okay folks, so this afternoon we're going to be looking at healthy relationships, the idea of what a positive and a beneficial relationship looks like. So what is it in the Talk Relationships unit from the NSPCC has been incredibly valuable to us because it comes from an accredited, trustworthy resource, and as a staff member it really makes me feel confident that the research base will be there to support those materials being used in our school. I think this is a moment in time when we learn lessons that live with us for the rest of our lives. All sorts of aspects that we don't directly think are related to personal relationships are influenced by feeling safe and secure. We're going to think about the rights that people have and how they can respond if they're not respected. The Talk Relationships programme has enabled everyone to feel that they've got an opportunity to express themselves in a safe space, and then it has enabled those conversations to flow beyond the classroom. In a relationship, what would you put first as being the most important thing?
Probably like respect, like honesty.
A whole school approach to sex and relationship education is all about bringing everyone in a school environment together to promote healthy relationships. We've had over 1,000 registrations for the whole school approach, and that means hopefully loads of young people across the UK are getting that support.
On a personal level, it's made me feel that we are doing the right thing for young people. I feel really motivated by ensuring that we're giving them the best chance, and by making sure that they've got the best resources to work with. I really feel that we're doing that.
For us at the NSPCC, relationships are all about trust, and that's what's made working with OC&C so invaluable. They've been a critical friend, and they aren't afraid to ask challenging questions to us.
OC&C's vision is not to be the biggest, but to be the best. I find all of work that we do at OC&C incredibly rewarding. Everything has an impact, but for the impact in this scenario to be helping children and young people have a safer experience growing up, I think that's about as good as an impact as you can really get.